Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy V, Super Nintendo. Last time, went through the clash on the big bridge and one of the game's most remembered scenes and music tracks. For most people who have ever played the game anyways. And of course, X-Death, generic name for a final boss, typical for final villains in video games, sets up a barrier so we can't get back into his castle anytime soon. Like I said in the end of the last video, yeah. So tough, at least he likes to think so, yet he has to hide behind a barrier. Yeah. Like Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, hides behind 6 of them. Or was it 5? Barriers that you have to break to even get into the central part of the castle. Speaking of which, I should replay that game again. Not necessarily for the channel here, as I got too many games to play that I haven't done yet. And so little time to do so in. I don't have time to be replaying games I've already done. Well, aside from the planned NEStober next month, well, next month now as it's September 1st. Happy Labor Day, by the way. Well, of course, I shouldn't, it's going to be long past that by the time this video ever gets seen by anyone. By the time I ever upload this thing, it'll probably be mid-September, but oh, there's a town here. But yeah, too many games and not enough time to play them in. So yeah, other than the planned NES October marathon, where I'll be replaying some of the NES games I've already done. I already recorded a playthrough of the first Zelda game and just started a recording series of the second one, Zelda 2, the game that so many Zelda fans love to hate. Which again, I'm not totally unfair or unreasonable. I like the game because I've played it since it first came out in late 1988. But for the younger fans who got into Zelda via Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker, the more recent, more modern quality of life 3D games, I can see how going back and playing a game like Zelda 2 would be frustrating for you. So, yeah. Zelda 2, like I point out, it is definitely the hardest Zelda game, but in contrast to other games of 1988, Ninja Gaiden didn't come out until 1989, but Double Dragon, Ghosts and Goblins, 1986, Castlevania, 1987. Compared to other NES games of the late 80s, Zelda 2 is rather easy and simplistic. Anyways, a weapon shop here. Yeah, they have that. And this is where I would have sworn this would be the first time you'd be able to buy this weapon. Yeah, obviously not, as I've had this since however many videos ago now. But yeah. When I made earlier in the playthrough, when I made a point of going back to Lena's home castle to get that cutscene about her sister, and then afterwards getting this sword from the vault, made the comment about it'll be a long time before I get to a shop that sells this. I was actually referring to this shop right here, right now. But, yeah. Apparently, unless it was just something that was added to the Pixel Remaster. Well, actually, no, this isn't even. Never mind, this isn't even the Pixel Remaster. Never mind me, I'm being an idiot again. Nothing new. Everyday occasion. Everyday occurrence. But yeah, I don't know how I missed that. But anyways, I don't think I need most of the other weapons here are for specific job classes. And at least for the time being, I have no intentions of using. So. No. What gave it away? The fact that he's selling swords? I mean, gee, thanks for telling me. Gold gear. Again. I miss new remakes and the quality of life upgrades provided in them. In this case, they tell you who can equip it or not, but they don't tell you statistically if it's better than what you already have or worse than you already have. Unfortunately, in these older games, original versions of them, like, you don't know that until you buy it and equip it and compare the differences, and by then it's too late. If it's worse than what you had before, too late. You already bought it, dude. You're stuck. Best you could do is sell it back for half, or maybe in some games 3/4 of the purchase price, but you still lose money in the exchange. Actually, why'd I even bother buying a shield, even if it is better? I'm using two-handed attack to double attack power. I couldn't use a shield anyways, for better or worse. Oh, we already have? What? Okay, just Bart's does, okay. I was gonna say, when did we... I don't remember buying that before. Oh, we can't even equip... Okay. Never mind then. No! Gee, this person is just so brilliant. The fact that he's selling shields and helmets wouldn't give it away that it's an armor shop now, would it? Wink, wink. By the way, there is something a little more important, quote unquote, a little more meaningful to that person there later on. So I still got to remember how that even works. Can't remember, but at some point, maybe even right now, if I could remember how that trick works, but you're supposed to be able to get in there and talk to her from the other side of the counters, I think it is, and get a useful item from her, but for now, I don't think that's possible. I think that's something for later. I think. Okay, well, bio I do kind of want. Oh, that's right. And after I mentioned that several times in earlier videos, I'm sorry, I'm just so used to, if you want multiple people using that spell, you have to buy it one for each of them. Then this game comes along and nope, you just need one, and anybody that can use it will use the same one. What the hell, why not? Ooh. Took long enough. Yeah. Actually, never mind. That's not the spell I was thinking of. Never mind. I'm thinking Dragon Quest terminology with return, or what they nowadays call zoom. Never mind, that's not the spell I was thinking of when I said, ooh, finally. That comes up a little later. Anyways. Oh, yeah? Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, I was just going to comment on that as I passed by it, but yeah. Not yet, anyways. Later on in the game, yes. But for now, there's nothing you can do there. Plus, there's a possibility of a very strong, next to impossible at this point in the game, next to impossible to defeat enemy monster there. So yeah, like he says, like he or she says on screen right now, when you pass by that castle going to the next point of interest, just ignore it for now. I mean, that castle will play a very important role in the game much later, but for now, nope. For the time being, it's a death trap. An empty, pointless one at that. Yeah. A critical at 117? How is 117 hit points considered critical when you have over 1,000? Let's see, which... How much damage does that do? Oh, not much. Of course, probably split damage, taking the base number and divided it amongst how many enemies you're targeting with it. That's how it works in a lot of these games. Damn, how many hit points do these things have? Nope. Well, I guess we find out if I'm right about that. Yep, okay. Well, it's not exactly a even division, but does do more damage if you target just one enemy. Oh well. Oh, come on, just die already. Well, enemies are tougher, of course. Of course, I'm probably fighting these guys the hard way. There's probably some easier trick or gimmick to fighting these guys that I'm not aware of. So therefore, I'm probably making that battle more difficult than it should be. But like for example, maybe instead of fire. Try one of the other, some of the other elements. Nope, still the same. Okay. And there's that castle I was talking about, and we were already warned about by the town person up there. Again, you will have to go through here later, but for right now, yeah. Actually, cheese it with save states. Just never mind. Stupid enemies. Can't you stay away for 2 minutes? What are you, falling in love? Wait a minute, what did that say? Kuzar. Okay, well, where is it? There we go. Yeah. Ow! Oh, goody. Here we go with confusion. My favorite is not. I'm not even going to finish that statement. Yeah. Again, you might be able to beat, but you might be able to beat that thing, but probably better off not even trying, just staying out of there until story dictates that you go there for what is going to be there later. Best way I could put that without spoiling later events. Really? I'm getting tired of this battle, specifically. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Taking multiple rounds that way anyways. The whole idea of multi-targeting with magic spells was to try to win the battle in 1 or 2 rounds. Obviously, that doesn't work, so... Frick it! Fighting these guys the way I have been just makes the battle take longer. So, screw magic. At least for these guys. These guys are obviously, well, not totally immune, but definitely strong against main elemental magic spells, fire, ice, or lightning. Or maybe if I had maybe if I had Fire 3 or Ice 3, that might be different, but don't have them yet. Anyways, I'm gonna have to make this a shorter video, as you didn't hear it just now. But phone call, got other things I gotta do today. Unfortunately, was hoping I wouldn't have to go to work, but yeah, I get to go fill in for somebody. Lucky me. Oh well, extra money on the paycheck. Today's day off ends up not being a day off. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.